There's a new Steinbrenner in town, and he goes by the name Steve Cohen. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And in the early morning hours here on Wednesday, December 21st, Carlos Correa was scooped up by the New York Mets from the San Francisco Giants after that deal was basically annulled because of a physical issue with Carlos Correa. So when the Giants were running their medicals and trying to figure out the finer details of their contract with Correa, a problem with his physical came up. He now re-entered the market, and as we know, the Mets were in on a late push for Carlos Correa because Francisco Lindor wanted him to come to the Mets to play third base. It is now looking like that is possible. A 12-year, $315 million deal is what's being reported by MLB Network insider John Heyman for Correa heading to the New York Mets. Now, obviously, news like this is a very big deal, especially a late signing, a swoop in of this caliber. It reminds me back in 2004 when the Yankees swooped in and got Alex Rodriguez from the Texas Rangers when everything seemed as if the deal was headed to the Boston Red Sox. So very interesting situation here. Steve Cohen and the New York Mets are acting very much like the early 2000s New York Yankees in terms of swooping in and stealing players that were essentially going somewhere else, as well as dishing out the most money ever. Right now, Steve Cohen is likely going to be paying $500 million in this 2023 season between the payroll, the luxury tax penalties. This is going to be an incredible season to watch if you're a fan of the New York Mets, because this is an owner, obviously a fan first, that is really putting his money where his mouth is, reinvesting in his team. He said he wanted to bring a championship to the Mets within the first 5 years of his ownership of the team. This is now year 3. We've spoken about this on this channel several times already, but this is a big time move for the New York Mets and Steve Cohen. Big time move for Carlos Correa, being able to play with one of his friends, his best friends in Francisco Lindor. Again, very reminiscent for me of the early 2000s New York Yankees with Jeter and A-Rod at short and third. To me, this is going to be a 2.0 version of that with Lindor and Correa. You're essentially forming Team Puerto Rico. At this point, Steve Cohen should just go and trade for Javi Baez from the Tigers, put him at second base, and you'll literally have that team from the 2017 WBC. So very big news here right now. Keep it locked in here to the Baseball Banter Broadcast by hitting the subscribe button for all the latest news, notes, as well as my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on this beautiful game of baseball. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next broadcast. Peace.